listen to this rockin' song. It's 27 seconds long. This is our new Cheap Seats theme. In season 4 we have a dream to teach the children how to laugh with the help of our great staff. Going farther than Ron Parker. Comedy was never darker. Ain't no time to be a slouch. Join the boys here on the couch. They'll take you on a nasty ride in the vault of U.S. pride. Cheap Seats, doing it. USA, America.
Hey everybody, welcome to Cheap Seats, the show that the New Orleans Times-Picayune calls amazing. You might want to show the rest of that quote before we go any further. I'll take it. Now, today we'll be watching 3 sports that are truly amazing. Well, at least amazing enough to be included in the TV show Amazing Games. We've got Florentine football, Thai kickboxing, and some good old-fashioned Mongolian wrestling. Here's what you're going to want to look for.
Here's what to look for. Here's what to look for.
Keep an eye out for lots of hugs. The games we'll be watching are all super violent, but in each sport, the aggression and testosterone release is tempered by an inordinate amount of man-hugging, or as we like to call it, mugging or manging. Also pay attention to how the Amazing Games TV show equates amazingness with foreignness. Kickboxing? Kickboxing in Thailand? Amazing! When you think about it, it's really less amazing and more condescending. All right, let's get to the footage. First up, football. In Italy. Amazing!
Hi, I'm Bob Chandler. And
Hi, I'm Rick Springfield, and this is Inside General Hospital. See, Thomas Friedman was right. The world is flat.
Welcome to Italy.
Somebody's a Jimmy Buffett fan or on the 99 U.S. Ryder Cup team.
To the wildly creative Renaissance man. The people of Italy are known for having a strong will and ferocious pride.
And stomachs like bowling balls.
Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance. Who among us has not seen these famous images before?
Anyone who hasn't studied abroad?
The unique complexity of the ancient Ponte Vecchio.
When was Bertuzzi in Italy?
Or the serene and stoic face of Michelangelo's most famous sculpture.
Come on, put some shorts on, will ya?
But what is this?
An evening out with Russell Crowe?
This is Florentine football.
It's just like regular football, but with poached eggs, sautéed spinach, and hollandaise sauce.
This spectacle, this madness, is as much a part of the lifeblood of this city as any of her most famous monuments or buildings.
And I'm sure Michelangelo would be thrilled to know his David statue is as important to Florence as a game where dudes roll in the mud and punch each other.
It's 60 minutes of nonstop tackling, scratching, biting, and strangling.
Sounds like a night out with Tom Sizemore.
Historical football.
So it's shirts and skins or what? Shirts and mud? Is the ball really necessary? Yeah, hit him.
Field warfare.
Let's face it, Europeans are just way more civilized.
Physical 60 minutes. There are no timeouts and no substitutions, even for injury.
Also no rules and no clear objective.
Any tactic, no matter how rough or violent, in their quest to maneuver the ball up the field.
So it's like a Raiders game with less violent fans. Florence's answer to the Lambeau Leap, the Florence Flop.
To play this game, you gotta be from Florence and understand the history.
How about a shirt? You're doing an interview.
Never.
See, he wore a shirt with a collar. It's not that hard.
If you succeed. Really, it's more than a game. It's a test of male strength.
Like sitting through an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
Leonardo Grifoni and Gabrielle Ceccarelli
have been dating for 12 years and still haven't told their parents.
They are also best friends. Leonardo works in a cafe owned...
No, Leonardo. The glasses don't go there. Come on!
Africa for 8 years. His spirit is pure Italian.
Meaning he smokes and hits on anything in a skirt. That's safe.
Gabriel is definitely a man about town.
Translation, he's homeless.
He weaves his way through the streets of Florence to
He's not weaving.
selling clothes in an open-air market.
So he works for Florentine Old Navy. Shut up, old
The
man.
next day, I made my way through the vibrant streets of Florence.
Incognito, because he gets recognized all the time in Europe.
Well, I finally arrived at the little shop Gabriel works, and much to my dismay, he's not here.
But rather than editing this part out, we'll keep it in to bore you.
Well, Gabriel also is a bouncer at a bar where there's a lot of good-looking women, and apparently in the wee hours of the morning he gets sidetracked.
Wait a second. So this guy blew off your interview because he got some play?
The training habits of Italian athletes might be a little different than in America.
Yes, American athletes would never sacrifice training and preparation before a big game. Right, Eugene Robinson? I gotta say, I'm really surprised at how violent this sport is. Yeah, you rarely see depictions of Italians in the media as violent. I can't believe that list went through the entire commercial break. And is Vinny Del Negro really that violent? Is he even Italian? I don't know. Welcome back to Cheap Seats, where today we're watching an episode of the show Amazing Games, hosted by former Raider wide receiver Bob Chandler. Interestingly enough, Amazing Games was not the first TV show to star a former Raider. That's right. It's the first one that actually made it on the air, but there were several failed pilots featuring ex-Raiders like this one.
When an ex-punter helps your daughter build her dollhouse, everybody gets a kick out of Ray Guys and dolls.
Or this one.
When your horse runs wild, there's only one man to call. Ken Stabler is the Stabler.
And of course, this one.
When a husband and wife become private eyes in the mean streets of Oakland, nobody's safe. That's Plunkett and Plunkett.
Wait, they're bad private eyes? Yeah, that's kind of why it didn't work. All right, let's get back to the amazingness. And the ref is armed. Good. And 2 people have already died.
Santa Croce versus San Giovanni. Blue versus green. Gabriel versus Leonardo.
North versus South. Roe versus Wade.
In their power to get the ball into the defending team's net and to stop their opponents from doing the same.
Oh, I get it now. It's kill the man with the ball.
Now, although this may look like a game with no rules, there is one very critical one. Players may not kick an unconscious opponent.
What is this, the No Fun League?
With the clock still running, play halts momentarily as the medical...
I'm sure he'll be well taken care of.
Now the Blues must continue with only 26 players.
Okay, only 53 players on the field now. That should really open things up.
The crowd follows the action.
I wonder if this sport has hooligans. Yeah, they're on the field.
Opponents square off for some good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
And sometimes they just reenact pivotal scenes from the Three Stooges.
And it's not just the crowd who enjoys a good fight. Sometimes
Italians Sprewell.
themselves lose track of
Eat of my fingers. Eat of them.
in the various altercations around the field.
Wait, go back. Did that guy just throw water on one of the dudes who were fighting? What is this, the palace? Come on, show some decorum.
The official's only real job is to break up these fights and keep the ball moving.
At least he has a real job. Gabriel sells clothes at a street fair. And he sometimes doesn't even show up for that.
About 15 minutes into the
Oh yeah, there's a ball.
game, relearns a valuable lesson.
Being shirts is way better than being skins.
Because here the overthrow of the goal results in the Green's first one-half point.
Half point down, it's going to be hard to come back from that. Now Can you stab someone with the flag? Not if he's unconscious. Okay, that's gotta be a penalty. Or a new series on Bravo. Hey, Italian Dick Bavetta, lay off the cannolis. I would love to see Bill Romanowski out there.
But unbelievably, it's the Blues who score the first field goal.
I love that that's what's unbelievable about this sport to you.
Desperately trying to find a teammate to pass the ball to. In his confusion, he throws the ball right into the hands of a Blue opponent.
Florentine Freddie Brown.
The mistake.
Brian Kenny is already working on that guy's You Can't Blame.
The ball and himself into
Grand Theft Auto has less violence than this. War has less violence than this.
With only minutes to go in the game, Blue is ahead by half a point.
Hey guys, now's not the time to be making that extra pass.
Executed last-minute attack that they desperately hope will work.
But which probably won't. Either put it in the goal or crush someone's windpipe. It's go time.
The clock is quickly winding down. Then suddenly, with only seconds to go in the game, the Blues make a crucial interception.
Prime time, prime time, prime time. Barbara Bush?
Instantly,
Is it over? I have no idea.
and sacrifice results in joy for Gabrielle and his teammates, and anguish for
Back to the cafe for you, my friend.
Giovanni.
Well, that was definitely worth it. I'm tired. Wait, so the final score was 1-1/2? Yeah. Damn it. What? Well, I bet the under. And you lost? What was the line? 1 1/4. Idiot! Idiot! What have I always told you? Don't take the under unless it's 1.5 or higher. Yes! It's like you've never seen Florentine football before. How much did you lose? A lot. But hey, you know what? I bet I won't even have to pay. The bookie I made the bet with seemed like a really nice guy. He's Italian. Yeah, if you were worried, you'd be guilty of cultural stereotyping. And we're not about that. I still feel stupid. How much did you lose? $6 grand. Our bar mitzvah money? Yes. Hey everybody, welcome back to Cheap Seats. Today we're watching an episode of Amazing Games hosted by former NFL wide receiver Bob Chandler. You know, in the past we've seen a bunch of hosts who clearly take these gigs just for the money. But Chandler really seems to care. Now, does it make him a good host? No, but it makes him a caring one.
Just the facts. Do you care?
Do you care that Bob Chandler played in 2 Rose Bowls for USC, winning MVP honors in 1970? Do you care that Bob Chandler was a teammate of O.J. Simpson's at USC in 1968 and played 7 seasons with him in Buffalo? Do you care that Bob Chandler was one of the first people to visit Simpson hours after the bodies of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman were found? I actually do care about that, but did you know that Bob Chandler wasn't the first person offered the hosting job on Amazing Games? Really? Yeah. Bob Chandler wasn't even the first Chandler offered the hosting job on Amazing Games. Before Bob Chandler signed on, Amazing Games offered the job to Wes Chandler, Tyson Chandler, Chris Chandler, Dorothy Chandler, Chris Chambliss, and Evan Handler. Real quickly, if actor Evan Handler did a sitcom where he played Tyson Chandler's handler, what would it be called? Easy. Chandle with care. Exactly. Now let's get back to the show, where our new favorite Chandler has traveled to Thailand to explore the foreign and therefore amazing game of Thai kickboxing.
But never in my life have I seen this.
Somebody spelled Pepsi wrong.
That we're going to bring you on this new show. Amazing Games is going to travel the world.
Did Chandler trade the top 2 buttons of that shirt for a can of Thai Pepsi?
The way people experience sport. Now, you may not know the players, but you'll recognize the spirit.
What if we recognize the players but not the spirit?
I heard of an up-and-coming young fighter whom I wanted to meet.
So I put on a flannel shirt in the scorching heat and set out to find it.
Across the city's main waterway, the Chao Phraya River.
I'm sure nothing seedy or illegal goes on around there.
We found a guide to help us locate the fighter's training camp.
Is that Bob Chandler, former possession receiver for the Raiders of Oakland?
No. How come they say no?
Because you're about to get kidnapped and sold to a Thai warlord. But don't worry, it's cool.
And here was the young fighter I had heard so much of, Dual Nao Noi.
Jumping, I am jumping.
Like many Thai kickboxers, he grew up in the rice fields of rural Thailand and left home to escape the marginal life in the paddies, where
Looks like he's living large now.
can mean instant poverty. I wouldn't fight him for all the money in the world.
Who are you kidding? You're hosting Amazing Games. You'd fight him for $50 and a plate of pad Thai.
Of this young fighter's career.
When did Nicole Richie dye her hair black?
Has tried to sweat off a few last ounces.
Whoa, and he's naked.
Where they'd come from.
Something tells me this guy's not a doctor.
We went to see him at the house he shares with 2 other boxers.
I smell a reality show.
He wasn't quite ready to see us.
Quick, hide the plasma screen. The story only works here if they think we're poor. I think he's dead.
He's sleeping right now, and that's not something that we had planned for, but
Nor is it something the producer could have checked out in advance.
an athlete finds a way to quiet their fears before the big event.
It's not a live show. Just edit the sleeping out.
Him right up until fight time, but I think it's best to let him sleep a little bit.
I wish there were some way they could inaccurately approximate his dreams. Wow, you can't win. There is no tomorrow. Survivor does not sound good. If I pretend I am sleeping, maybe this guy will go away. Wait, so is this real now? It's gotta be. Why would he dream from this fan's perspective? Is this a hidden camera tie fight? OJ! You got juice!
Dual Nao Noi
Ty Nick Nolte on hand.
appealing to him not to digress from the game plan.
Finish him now, Dual Nao Noi. But Sensei. Ow! That bell can mean only one thing. Some kid misspelled a word in the Thai spelling bee.
Return to the ring with new resolve. And only 6 minutes left to knock his challenger out or convince the judges of
Have them both killed after the match.
his thoughts are those of any dedicated young athlete.
How many chicks he can get tonight. Freeze it. Is that a grown-up Wendy Guay? Old Mogwai! Wait, he's now coaching from the balcony? Well, we're seeing some good technical fighting here, and then there's that. Maybe I shouldn't have bet against Dual.
His opponent raises his hand in victory.
But that's because he doesn't understand the concept of victory.
Trainer gets the official
Lot of extra touching going on there.
clear winner. And one more
Old Mogwai loving every minute of it.
a champion.
Weird man hug. So much hugging for such a violent sport. It's weird. Actually, it's not really that weird. I mean, what's the most popular sport in Canada? Hockey. It was before the strike, but now the game that's sweeping the nation from Edmonton to Calgary is Canadian violent hugging. Okay, first of all, Edmonton and Calgary are like 150 miles apart, so I don't know if I'd call that sweeping the nation. And secondly, Canadian violent hugging. I'm glad you sort of asked me to show you Canadian violent hugging.
2 teams, 1 hug. No mercy. It's the Canadian Violent Hugging Finals.
I've had a target on my back this entire year. A target other people want to hug.
The top 2 ranked huggers in the world will go chest to chest in all-out violent action.
Even when I played other sports in high school, this was my calling. All I ever heard was, "You're hugging me too hard," or "You're holding me too long." I was born to do this. I mean, I was born this way.
Relentlessly violent, strangely intimate. You won't want to miss what the Canadian government has finally sanctioned as an actual sport.
When I hug him, there'll be 2 sounds. My hug hitting his hug, and his hug hitting the floor.
Merchant, Williams III. Tuesday morning, 4:30 to 4:45 a.m., only on ESPN2.
Welcome back to Cheap Seats. We're about to switch gears and watch some Mongolian wrestling. Mongolian? Yes. But before we do, I want to go back to Thai kickboxing and adult Mogwai. She was Dwao Nao Noi's mother who received most of his prize money. Too bad she blew it all on a makeover. Yeah, Dwao Nao could have really used a bed. Yeah. But the good news is, here's what she looks like today. Okay, now it's time to leave Dwao Nao Noi and his hot mother behind in Thailand and head out to China to check out some Mongolian wrestling, which is like American wrestling, except you get to order whatever wrestlers you want, then you wait in line while they make the match right in front of you. That is so Mongolian. Jamie Farr did not like that act at all. Collar up!
Ever that honor the 900 million rural workers in China.
All of whom will soon be destroying our ozone. Gotta be honest, I did not expect that music.
Athletes have come to these games and
Shetland Yao.
to participate in
Caddies from the Masters in the house. Yes, I am very excited about former Raiders possession receiver Bob Chandler visiting our land. We will impress him with our dragons, parades, and men in colorful vests.
The ceremony came off with strict military precision, at least until this troop of wild Mongolian wrestlers took the field.
Isn't it always the wild Mongolian wrestlers who ruin everything?
We've seen wrestling styles all over the world.
How much of Chandler's outfit do you think was made by the people in that stadium? Everything but the hair.
This is to literally knock you off your feet.
This is like a bad Jackie Chan movie. In other words, a Jackie Chan movie.
Just one fall, and your history.
Just ask Lindsay Jacob Ellis.
They win or lose, or just about any other time they feel like it.
They run like they've got the rickets.
Mr. Chow Lu, their coach, gave me an explanation.
Ah, what does he know? He's only a yellow belt.
This is called the lion dance.
Because lions dance like this all the time.
Great hunter of big animals would act out his bravery for the tribe. Also,
hey guys, you might want to spend more money on the field and less on the opening ceremony placards.
128 men wrestling at once.
Let go of me, you Mongol!
I didn't know who to root for, but I decided to go for size and picked this bruiser named Batar.
Why do I have a strange feeling that Batar is going to make it to the finals?
Well, we've gone from 64 to 4, and Batar is one of the 4.
Well, there goes my bracket. I had Batar going out to George Mason in the Sweet 16.
A horse and a camel. First place is a camel. Probably ask yourself, what's he going to do with a camel?
No, we weren't.
You can keep it and use it.
Uh-huh.
You can sell it.
Yeah.
You can eat it.
Eat it, eat it, eat it.
Batar is amazingly quick for his size, and he's not shy about...
I'm going to pitch a new reality series, Dancing with Batar.
The crowd's in no hurry to see it over.
And apparently women are in no hurry to be in the crowd.
A quick step, a shift of weight, and he comes out on top.
And Chandler narrowly beats Neuheisel in the Amazing Games office pool.
We may have picked him for his bulk, but it seems we found ourselves a very talented athlete.
That's what they said about Tony Mandrich.
All right, Vitar has triumphed over 127 of his Mongolian brothers, but one person he hadn't counted on was me.
Why does Chandler feel like he has to fight everyone?
I don't know why he didn't seem worried.
Maybe because you look like Don Imus in your bedazzled vest. Good call to fight in jeans, dude. And he's wearing dress boots. I've seen better fights than this in the parking lot of IKEA.
All right, buddy. My short-lived career as a Mongolian wrestler is over.
But my short-lived career as an amazing games announcer goes on. I can't believe Chandler. He should have known better not to try and take on Vitar. The man is a pro, and not just at fighting. He's even got his own Mongolian video game system. He does? Yep, it's called Batari. And trust me, if you think he takes his wrestling seriously, you do not want to see the intensity he brings to his own version of Kaboom. Well, that may be, but I do know one thing Vitar is never going to blow up. You talking about the cheapies? No, actually, I was going to make another Atari reference like Yara's Revenge or Missile Command, but I guess you killed the momentum on that one, Jay. Guess we got to give out some cheapies. Cheapie for worst timing, I'm going to go with the guy who threw this interception at the end of the Florentine football match. That's a mistake you can afford to make early in the game. But when time's running out, you got to be more careful. Even Freddie Brown was like, damn. I'm going to go with Chandler's producer, a.k.a. the guy who apparently does no legwork. Sure, he managed to get Chandler and the Amazing Games crew all the way around the world, but he can't seem to nail down anyone for an interview. Everyone's either asleep or at home or hooking up with a woman they met at the bar the night before. That was actually the only thing that was amazing about these games. Well, that's the show, and it looks like we still got a little more time to kill. Yeah, I guess we got through it a little quicker than we planned. What should we do now? Well, I got a copy of the Stabler. You want to check it out? Is that even a question?
Hi, I'm Kenny Stabler, and this here's Thunder. Oh, easy, girl. She's a fine filly, but she wasn't always so easy to get along with. That is, until she met me, the Stabler.